Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Ninth Priest, and we'll be having a top-down analysis on EURUSD, GBPUSD, GBPJPY, and AUDCAD. So, on the top-down analysis, we start from the weekly time frame. So, our recent swing low is this, and our swing high is this. Okay, we broke past the previous high, but we closed below it, which opens door to a further downside. So, let's go down to the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, we have this demand which has been retested. Okay. And the daily time frame doesn't give us any further price action. So we go down to our 4 hour time frame. So on the 4 hour time frame, we can refine this demand to this block. Okay. And we have another demand here. Okay. So we have this demand that will be interested in once price comes here. And from the look of things, we're having this break on the 4 hour time frame. And this demand, this and this supply also has been retested. Okay. So I'll be looking for price to come to this level, then buy, or come to this level, then buy. So I'm looking to sell to buy EURUSD in the upcoming week. As you can see, we've had an internal shift here, which opens door to this demand zone, which has not been retested. Okay. So we have this demand here. And we have this liquidity 2 here, which price will come to retest it. All right. So let's go down to the 1 hour time frame and see what the price action is giving us. So on the 1 hour time frame, we had this supply which has been retested, and we don't have any supply here again. So we can refine this. We can refine this for supply to this. Okay. So I'll be looking down to the 30 minutes time frame and see what the price action has for me. So on the 30 minutes time frame, we're having this other block, which is a supply, which has not been retested. We have a small imbalance between. Okay. So my narrative for EURUSD will be to sell, then buy. Okay. So it can be to buy, to sell, to then buy. All right. But we shouldn't forget that we are having another deep demand here, which can also push price upward. This demand can fail, this demand too can hold. Okay. So we should observe how price reacts from these levels. So let's go to the GBPUSD. On the GBPUSD, on the weekly time frame, we're having this swing low and this high. Okay. On the daily time frame, we're having this open demand. All right. With imbalance here. So the daily time frame doesn't give us any further information. So on the 4 hour time frame, we can see on the 4 hour time frame we had this break. All right. First came back, tested this supply, and then this out. All right. So we've had another minor break here, and I'm not quite interested in this break. Okay. On the 4 hour time frame too, we're having another demand here, and we can refine this supply to this block. All right. So on the 1 hour time frame, price came back, mitigated this supply, and then moved out. Okay. So and also we're having this supply. So we had a break here. So we had a break here. Okay, to the upside. We had a demand fill here. All right. So I'll be looking for price to come down to this demand, then break, and then I'll sell to one of these demand levels to buy from that demand levels. All right. We can also watch how price will react from this demand zone. If this demand fails, then we can sell. But if it holds, then we can buy to break that high. All right. So let's go down to the GBPJPY. On the weekly time frame, we have this low and we have this high on the weekly time frame. We don't have any much information on the weekly time frame, and all the price ranges here are efficient. The only inefficiency here is here, but price is far away. All right. So we go down to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, it doesn't give us any further information. So on the 4 hour time frame, every price range here are efficient. The only inefficient is this price range. Okay. So we have this demand which price can react So on the 1 hour time frame, we can refine this to this demand on the 1 hour time frame. All right. And as you can see, we've broken a low on the 1 hour time frame here. So we go down to the 30 minutes time frame. On the 30 minutes time frame too, we can refine the zone to this. And we have efficient price ranges here. So on the 30 minutes time frame, I'll be looking for price to come to this level, then I'll buy. That's my narrative for GBPJPY. And on the weekly time frame too, we're having this supply here, which price can be targeting. Okay, so we should watch how price reacts from this supply zone on the weekly time frame. We're having this supply, so we can go down to the lower time frame and see how price reacts from this supply zone. All right, so on a 5 minute time frame, we can wait for price to come to this level, then wait for confirmation to then sell to this zone, then buy out. So on the AUDCAD, we are having our low here and our high. We have this inefficiency and then a demand zone. Okay, so the inefficient price range and then our demand zone. All right, so we go down to a daily time frame. So price is heavily bullish on the AUDCAD. On the daily time frame, we don't have any good information from the AUDCAD, but we can refine the demand to this level, and we have another demand here also. Okay, so on the 4 hour time frame, you can see that we have a break here. All right, and we have this demand zone, and also we broke this low here. Okay, so we'll be open to further downside to tackle this demand or this demand only if this low breaks. Okay, so we'll be monitoring how price reacts from this demand zone, and also we've broken this low, which is a low break in the lower time frame too. We're having the supply zone. Okay, so on this supply zone, let's drop down to our 1 hour time frame. On the hourly time frame, we have this deeper 1 hour zone here. Okay, and we have also this zone here. All right, so I'll be looking to sell to buy, or I'll be looking for more sales if we break this low from this sell. Okay, we can also push above and then continue our bullish momentum from there, or we can also push above and continue our bullish momentum from there. Okay, so that's my narrative for EURUSD, GBPUSD, GBPJPY, and AUDCAD.